plant shopping. I actually just got a $100 bonus at work, and girl math states that bonuses are free money, and so that means that the plants that I buy with this money are also basically free. No, not really, but I am going to take you with me as I head on over to Etsy. I do have a plant in mind that falls within that $100 bonus that I've been wanting for a little while, so we'll just pick out the exact one, and yeah, let's get started. So I debated a little bit about what I was going to get. I thought about maybe some alocasias, but I think actually I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to buy a Mint Monstera. Obviously with $100 I can't buy an established one, but hopefully I can find a nice tissue culture one and then I can just acclimate it here at home. I have acclimated another tissue culture. I did a Tycon once and it seems to be going pretty well, so I'm overly confident. Probably, but I'm gonna try it and we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna do some shopping on Etsy. I have screen record on, so hopefully I can show you my screen while I do this, and we'll just go through what's available and pick one, and then I will when it arrives I'll do an unboxing and pot it up, so I'm excited. So the shop where I'm going to get this is the same shop that I just recently got some Monstera elbow cuttings from, and if that video isn't up already, it should be up soon. I'm just waiting until the cuttings I bought either root or continue dying, because there have been some losses in the family. So hopefully something good will happen soon as opposed to something bad, and then I can get the video up. But of course if something bad happens too, then I'll also post the video and you can just see me fail at life, but I'm holding out hope. And that shop's called Plant the Studio. You have to be careful when you're ordering on Etsy because so many of these shops are scams. Like, I actually did get scammed not that long ago, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit because I definitely knew better. But it was one of these sellers that it's like the prices are too good to be true. It definitely got me, and I knew better, but this shop had actually like 1,800 or something legit looking reviews, so they got me that way. And I'm not sure how they did that, if it was a shop that used to be legit maybe, and then someone else took over the shop and scammed a bunch of people. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but fellow victims of the Hayzy Collection, do let me know if you also got scammed in the comments. But if you do get scammed on Etsy, Etsy will either make it right if you report it, or if you pay through PayPal, and even your credit card sometimes will refund you if you report it. So it's not the end of the world if it does happen, but just know that if a price looks too good to be true, it sadly probably is. And as a good rule of thumb, if you are in the US, just set your filter here to shop location United States, and that should filter out a lot of those scammy sellers. So anyways, this studio, Plant the Studio, so they have these, but these are grower's choice, and I would prefer to see exactly what I'm buying because the variegation can vary so much. So here is the shop. And so they do have them listed individually too. And they have them here for $75 or $85. I'm not sure what the difference is. I think maybe the 75s are just a little smaller. So if you look at this one versus this one's obviously considerably smaller. I don't think the price has anything to do with the variegation. I think it's just the size of the plantlet probably. I'm gonna go for a $75 one because after I add in the heat pack and the insulation, because it is January, plus shipping, if I do 85, I'll be a little bit over that $100 limit. Which if I did have to pay just a little bit more to get the exact plant that I wanted, I wouldn't be opposed to that. But if I can find one that I like for 75, I would prefer to do that. I'm just going to search Mint here and then sort by lowest price, so we'll see all the $75 stuff first. Now, I'm just kind of looking for one with good variegation, but I also would prefer it to have like a little bit of solid green on it too, like maybe like that one. Because, here, I'll just show you in the Google search. because I kind of prefer them when they're like this and they have splotches of green versus if they're just, let's see, like this, solid mint. And this is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I just actually like the variation of having some green mixed in there too. So I'm trying to find one, and it's so hard to tell with tissue culture. So this is just kind of a guessing game, but I want to find one that has a little bit of green and then the rest mint. Now I don't want too much green because I do like the mint and I still want it to show through, but I don't want one like this that's like solid mint because I do want some of that green splotching. So this one looks like it has some green. I'm just going to open them. I'm a big fan of tabs. I know that drives some people nuts, but I'm just going to open my favorites into new tabs, and then I can sort through them. See, like if you were looking for one solid minty, like that would be great. That would be a really good one. That would be a really good one. And it's so hard to tell the genetics of a plant when they're so small because like they could look one way and then once they start maturing they could look completely different. And then this one, it looks like it has like a solid green leaf. Now I don't want that. I don't want it to pop out solid green leaves. I just want sectoral green variegation. Which I guess the green isn't the variegation, I guess the mint's the variegation, but you know what I mean. And then some of them look a little bit like that one. I wouldn't get that one. It looks just a little bit sad. And that one is pretty, but I think it's just a little bit too much green for my taste. And now we're getting into the $85 ones. So I quite like this one with that little bit of green there, but then the mint is really strong. 25 is actually pretty similar to 30. I'm not sure which one I like best. Keep them both up for now. I don't think I like this one as much. This one only has 2 leaves. This one looks like it has 3. That one's kind of hard to see though. This one looks like it has 2 and then 1 opening. And then this one has 3. That's it. So these are like my top 4. And they're all about the same, honestly, so it probably doesn't really matter. I don't know, I quite like the minty variegation on that leaf. But then this one's quite white, so I don't know. I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards 46 here. I feel like it's a good mix. Some nice speckly mint variegation there and a little bit of green. Oh, the 25 is also quite nice. It's just hard to see that leaf. I don't think I like this one as much as the others, and I don't really have a reason for that, other than it has 1 less leaf for me to kill. So I feel like I have a little bit more time to maybe acclimate some of these others. It does have nice roots though. Of course all of these have pretty decent roots on them. I think I like 46 a little bit better than 25. And then these are so similar. Like I say, it probably doesn't matter. I think 46 though is my champion. I'm kind of a wishy-washy shopper, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I had kind of pre-shopped this a little bit and scoped out what was available, and I kind of kept coming back to this one. So this was just kind of a verification shopping. So yeah, I will need to get the cold weather packaging. which is this winter plant guarantee. And that should come with insulation in the 72-hour heat pack. Alright. I'm pretty excited and also a little bit nervous because I don't want to kill it. But I'm really excited because I've wanted a mint for a little while now. So yeah, I'm going to order this. With shipping $17.99. The heat pack was $5.95. And then the plant was $75. And so there'll be a little bit of tax, so I might be just slightly over my limit, but that's okay. It's basically free, right? But no. So I'm gonna order this, and then next time you see me, I should be opening it. It's Wednesday now, and this seller is really good about only shipping on like Mondays and Tuesdays when it's cold. That way it will be here before the end of the week, and it won't have to sit somewhere over the weekend in the cold. So yeah, I haven't had any problems with this seller. I made a joke earlier about killing my elbow cuttings that I got, and that's 100% probably my fault and not the seller's fault. Obviously, I am happy with them because I'm ordering from them again, so I don't want to dissuade you from ordering from them too. If you have ordered from this shop, let me know down below. Let me know what you got, and if it's growing for you, I would love to know. So other than that, I'll see you in a couple days. Okay, we're back. The plant mail has arrived. I'm not actually sure how long this has been in the mail. I ordered it Wednesday, I think, and then I got an email Thursday saying it shipped, but I'm not sure it actually shipped Thursday. I wonder if it was just that they printed the shipping label Thursday, because then I got another email Sunday, yesterday, saying that USPS had my order, and then I got it today. So hopefully it hasn't been in the mail since Thursday, because it only has a 72-hour heat pack, and it is snowing here. So we'll see what kind of shape it arrived in. Seems like a pretty big box for a little bit of tissue culture. I'm just going to set the box down here so I don't show the whole world my shipping address. It came with a little acclimation guide. I'm going to read through that really quick. It says wash the roots under running water to remove residue, which is essential to prevent fungal infections. Choose a 2-inch pot and fill with well-draining mixtures such as 50% perlite, 50% fine peat. Alternatively, fluval can be used. After planting, water the soil, and then place under a humidity dome for 7 days. It says position 12 inches below a T8 grow light, providing 12 hours of light exposure per day. I'm going to put it in my cabinet, so it should have plenty of light. And it says alternatively, if you prefer natural light, you can place the pot near an east-facing window. So, all right. Let's see how they did. Lots of paper, which is good. Lots of insulation. And then there's even more paper in the bottom too. Try to be careful here and not cut the plant with the world's tiniest scissors. I'm kind of excited, but also nervous about what condition it's going to be in. Here's what that looks like. It's just all taped into this insulation. The heat pack is not still warm, which has probably been over 72 hours, so. I think it looks okay. They have it packaged so well too, like cardboard inside of insulation and then bubble wrap. It's very small though. I'm a little I'm a little nervous about getting this out of here. Oh, it's really small. I expected it to be though. Just trying to be careful so I don't cut something I'm not supposed to. I don't know if you can see it. That is tiny. It probably won't even translate over camera just how tiny that is. It does have one browning leaf, but I'm not too worried about that. Let me see if I can show you. There she is. There's the browning leaf there. The rest look pretty good though. I think the variegation is really nice. As long as it survives the acclimation process. So I've actually been reading up on tissue culture a little bit because I would like to start tissue culturing things myself, like actually making the medium and taking the explants and then tissue culturing them. I'm very fascinated by that. And so one thing I've learned is the thing that will kill your tissue culture fastest is bacteria, and then them rotting and being contaminated by that. So since this tissue culture has been in a completely sterile environment, I'm just going to do my best to not get bacteria or any kind of contamination on it while I'm handling it. So I've got these gloves. I've got this is just 70% isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to spray my gloves with this over the sink before I handle this, and then I'm going to take this over to the sink and rinse it off. So let's go do that. So here we are in my bathroom. I've got the alcohol here. I'm just going to do that real quick. Just that way I'm not introducing any kind of contamination to the plant. I've got it cut open here. It is in the gel. The last one I bought from them, they had already taken out of the gel. There she be. The one leaf is on its way out. I'll just probably cut that one off. But the other ones, aside from being squished from having been in the packaging, they look like they have really good variegation. So I'm just gonna rinse this as best I can. It's really important to get all of the agar off, and I may even get a little brush and just kind of gently clean it off. So, okay, I've got a little brush that I've also sprayed with alcohol. I've got the plant here, and we're just going to gently remove the growing medium. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this leaf. So what I did was I just very carefully cleaned the root. I accidentally broke a little piece of it off, but I think it'll be fine. Cleaned here, tried to clean kind of between each stem, and then I just gently wiped each leaf off. So hopefully I got it all. Okay, we're back here. I've got a little cup here that I also disinfected with alcohol. I don't know if it's necessary, it just makes me feel a little bit better. And this plant is so tiny, and I just want to give it the best shot that I possibly can. And we have our supervisor, Lulu, here, making sure that we do stuff right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Fluval, and I'm going to mix a little bit of perlite with it because I've noticed Fluval on its own can sometimes get a little bit compacted, and I don't want to suffocate the roots of this plant. Also, mixing with perlite does make the Fluval go a little bit farther, and it is pretty expensive, so that's an added plus. Not that I wouldn't go ahead and splurge on 100% Fluval for this particular plant because it was pretty pricey for what it is. But like I say, I think that the perlite helps aerate the Fluval a little bit, so that's really the main reason why I'm doing it in this case. Ooh, that might be a little bit too much. Then a little bit of perlite, and this is just Miracle Growth, nothing special. And I made a mess, but that's pretty typical for me. Just gonna put my hand over it and give it a little mix up. It might be a little bit too much perlite. I might add, yeah, I'm gonna add just a little bit more Fluval. I just kind of eyeball it. It looks kind of like cookies and cream, like Dippin' Dots or something. Don't eat it though. Okay, now I'm gonna take the plant and actually let me get a separate container. I'm just gonna put this in here, making sure that the root is down in the substrate. I want it a little bit deeper than that. Okay, I think we're gonna call that good. It looks so pathetic, but I have high hopes that it'll bounce back with some light and some water. So I'm going to hydrate this a little bit. I'm not gonna fill it all the way up, you know, maybe a quarter or a third-ish. And then I'm gonna find something to put over it as a humidity dome. Alright, this is what I came up with for the humidity dome. It's a piece of like an immersion blender or something like that. It was literally the only thing that I could find that would fit over this. And the only thing I did make sure was that I scooted it kind of over this way. That way that leaf isn't going to touch the side of the glass and cause a rot issue. So yeah, we're just supposed to keep that underneath there for a week, and then I can let it out. These lights that I have in my cabinet are not T8s, they're just some LED shop lights, but I think that they'll do the trick. I have done this before. I have a little Tycon here. that I've had this for about a month-ish, and it's doing pretty well. So I have high hopes that this one will bounce back too. My cat is in the background being bad, I'm assuming. Yeah, she's probably going to rip down that fake plant. Here she goes. Hey! Hey! Stop! Get down! I guess I better go take care of that. So yeah, I hope you learned a little something today, and I hope you had fun. I sure did. I'm so excited to have a little Mint Monstera in my collection. I just hope that I do it justice and it can manage to survive in my care. But yeah, oh, she's being good. It's a first time for everything. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.